But even this form of radical democracy will not work unless there are a number of other conditions or other similar struggles happening in other spheres. So we use this flower to actually look at, to assess for ourselves what kind of, how transformatory are the initiatives that we're involved with. So there is on the left hand side the petal of direct and delegated democracy, which I've already mentioned. Equally important would be economic democracy, which means that the control over the economy needs to be in the hands of us as producers, consumers, prosumers, whatever we want to call ourselves, and not in the hands of private corporations or the state. The third crucial part, the top right hand one, is social justice and social well-being, because in countries like India there's a lot of traditional inequalities, gender inequalities, caste inequalities, and so on. And so obviously the struggles for greater equity, equality and justice amongst different parts of human society are as important. The fourth, the top petal, is on cultural diversity and knowledge democracy, which is to really say that the generation of knowledge, the holding of culture, the transmission of cultural and knowledge and so on has to be in the commons. It's not something that can be held by private agencies or by the nation state, but it has to be in the commons, and that we celebrate cultural diversity rather than homogenize everything and only have Coca-Cola and whatever, and wear three-piece. So one of the most interesting images that I find across the world, I used to be involved a lot with the Biodiversity Convention, and I would find that the 300, 400 delegates who came to the Biodiversity Convention, the vast majority of them were wearing suit and tie. Exactly the same kind of clothes that has come down to us from the West, other than a few women who are wearing their traditional clothes. So it's interesting that how we look at diversity also. And the fifth petal down at the bottom, of course, is like underlying all of this, which is ecological integrity, because without saving the earth, we're all dead anyway, however democratic we might be. But at the core of this flower, the real hub of the flower, that small blue circle that you see here, is what I think links all of us together. All the transformatory movements across the world, I think, have some common element. They're extremely different, and they need to be different and diverse. You can't replicate one example here and put it somewhere else. But what I think links all of us up is a set of values. And I'm just going to put out some that have emerged from these initiatives in India and elsewhere. And I'm sure people here in the room can add more values and examples and principles. But I think it's really the ability for us to articulate and build common threads across the world based on these values of solidarity, of collectivity, of commons, of diversity, of reciprocity, interconnectedness, of compassion, of having fun together, etc., by which we would be able to link ourselves into a much greater, much macro movement than what we have right now. And before I get the next signal, thank you very much.
Wow.